Congrats to Tyler Reddick and the 45 McDonald's team on the win for 2311. Congrats to him, Toyota 2311, and his crew chief Billy Scott. Um, they they said Tyler Reddick said during the post race they were not that good to coming back from yesterday from the delay, but they they did really well. Had a great comeback and won the race, and that's cool. He thank gave a shout out to his mentor Scott Bloomquist, who mentored him throughout his racing career. And for those who don't know, Scott Bloomquist was a dirt late model racer who passed away Friday in a plane crash near his home in Tennessee. So Tyler dedicated that win to him. I think he did the world to him. Tyler did. But yeah, so glad. Congrats to Tyler Reddick on the win there. Second, William Byron. Great run for him. When he led the race today, that was the first time in 9 races he's at least led a lap, which is pretty shocking. As good, as great as William Byron is. And when he, after those 3 wins start off the year, he's kind of been quiet and cooled off a little bit. But to see him get second, that's pretty good there. Third is Ty Gibbs, who ran really well. He is, I believe, 39 into the good going into Daytona right now. I'm sure he can rest a little easier with it being Daytona. We'll have a big gap on 16th, but there's no such thing as taking it easy going into Daytona unless you have a win already or unless you have a big, huge points gap, way huge points gap to 16th. But yeah, he finished third. Let's see here. He ended up getting 8 stage points on the day, so great run. Fourth is Kyle Busch. He gave that gas strategy a try. They were just better. They were just drivers on better tires than him, but I'm glad he gave it an effort to try. He did lead a little bit, which was cool to see, and I'm glad RCR's starting to bring some fast cars to the track. Hopefully they keep it up. And fifth is Brad Keselowski. Great run for him. Sixth is Chris Buescher. Great recovery from him from that spin he had in today's race and come back finish 6th. He was involved in that wreck. And 7th is Zane Smith. Great run for him. Needed a great run. 8th is Daniel Suarez. 9th is, shout out to Denny Hamlin, finished 9th. Came back from that crash and got a top 10 finish. And to round out your top 10 is Carson Hocevar. Great run for him. 11th is Ryan Preece, who was involved in that wreck with Stenhouse Jr. last week. On that final caution last week, but he got redeemed himself and finished 11th, so that's good. Toby Gregson's 12th. 13th is Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who, let's see, was part of that controversy. Started everything last week, but he got 13th, so great run. 14th, Harrison Burton. He gave it a try. Tried saving on his fuel as much as possible. Stretch it. See if we can have a couple cautions here, but got 14th. 15th is Chase Elliott. He and Blaney got together on the final lap. I'm sure the finish, that finish, I think, would have been better. The 15th if he and Blaney didn't get into it together on the final lap. It was inverting, but 16th, Eric Jones needed a great run. 17th, Austin Dillon. 18th, Ryan Blaney. He and his buddy Chase got into it on the final lap there. 19th is Mike McDowell. 20th is Justin Haley. Good run for him. 21st is Cody Ware. He was one of those guys that stayed out to see if they can give it a try on the strategy there. So they finished 21st. 22nd is Josh Berry. He was good. He was one of those drivers giving it a try too. It just didn't work out for him. Finished 22nd. 23rd, Martin Truex. 23rd, Daniel Hemrick. 24th is Martin Truex, who ran into the wall, or which was a brush, from what I'm seeing, and caused caution, unfortunately. 25th is Ross Chastain. 26th is Bubba Wallace, who won for his damage. 27th, Alex Bowman. 28th, Austin Cindric. 29th is John Hunter Nemechek. 30th is AJ Allmendinger, who was involved in that wreck. 31st was Briscoe, who was involved in that wreck. He had suspension problems. If he didn't get involved in that wreck there, didn't have a suspension problem, could have had top 15, top 10, possibly. And he was flying through the field, getting into the top 5 one time. So, looking at his point standings, he's going to have to win, probably, more likely. 32nd is Corey LaJoie, who got in that flip, which I thought that wasn't supposed to happen in the next gen car, but that's the second time Corey LaJoie has flipped this year. The first one going into the finish at Talladega, and the second was just the car just flipped and couldn't get a handle of it, but glad he's okay. I'm glad he got out of the car okay. Glad NASCAR has come a long way in safety, and knock on wood, we haven't had any death since Dale Earnhardt, so that's pretty good. Knock on wood, of course. 33rd is Joey Logano, who got involved in that wreck. 34th, Kyle Larson. 35th, Christopher Bell. 36th is Todd Gilliland. That rounds out your finishing order. Let's go to Austin Dillon. We didn't quite have the speed like Richmond, where we were top 5, top 10, leading some laps. Through the first stage or so, we were probably a 9th through 13th place car in the first stage. And then the second stage, we ended up getting 6 stage points for staying out during the second stage. So, yeah, we didn't quite have the speed like we did at Richmond there, but we still had we still had some decent speed. It was good to see our teammate Kyle have some speed up there for a little bit too. But unless the appeal gets overturned on Wednesday, we are 261 points out of the playoff spot. So, unless it gets overturned, we're going to have to win these next 2 races at Daytona and this weekend, upcoming weekend, then Darlington that next. So, no matter what happens with the appeal, I'm still going to back my guy, Austin Dillon. He's still my guy, no matter what happens with the appeal, win or lose. That's my driver. And I'm going to back him. And even through all this controversy last week, I'm still going to back Austin Dillon because that's who I am. So, still an AD fan through thick and thin. And let's try to take that win back at Daytona this weekend. We have a good shot. We're usually pretty fast on the plate tracks. We're usually pretty fast at Daytona. It's one of our best tracks, I think. So, yeah. If this appeal doesn't get overturned, let's win these. Let's try and win one of these next 2 races here. And through thick and thin, I'm still gonna back Austin Dillon because that's who I am. I have that same mentality. I'm not gonna back down as an Austin Dillon fan. I'm not gonna back down to the haters. So, good luck at Daytona Saturday night, AD. Let's get that win, and let's try to put ourselves in the playoffs this weekend and take what was ours. Let's go, AD.